Ted Cruz was asked why he hasn't honored the pledge, right? The pledge, you remember, all the candidates took it. They were standing up. I mean, there's a pledge of the RNC, but there's a pledge that they all took during a debate.
Yes.
They stood up. Will you support the eventual Republican nominee? And they all said yes. Your father said yes. Ted Cruz said yes. And today he had a hard question from someone angry at him in the Texas delegation about why he has chosen to abandon that pledge. And here's how he answered the question, Don.
I will tell you, when I stood on that debate stage and they asked every candidate there, if you don't win, will you support the nominee? I raised my hand, and I raised my hand enthusiastically with full intention of doing exactly that. And I'll tell you the day that pledge was abrogated. The day that was abrogated was the day this became personal. And as I said at the time, and I'm not going to get into criticizing or attacking Donald Trump, but I'll just give you this response. I am not in the habit of supporting people who attack my wife and attack my father. And that pledge was not a blanket commitment that if you go and slander and attack Heidi, that I'm going to nonetheless come like a servile puppy dog and say thank you very much for maligning my wife and maligning my father.
Does he have a point?
I think Ted Cruz has a nickname that has grown pretty popular, and I think it's there for a reason. Because Ted Cruz does what's good for Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz isn't thinking about those things. Ted Cruz is thinking about, you know what, if Hillary Clinton gets this, I can run again in 4 years as opposed to waiting for 8 when my father would finish up his second term. I think it's pure showmanship. I have so many friends from Texas. As you know, I'm a big outdoorsman. I spent a lot of time down there, whether it be my buddies that were here, military vets, amputees, guys that really served our country, that have supported Ted as a senator, that have donated, small figure checks to the guys that are the big figure donors, writing him real big figure checks, and all of them, without question, said, I'm never writing him a check again. It was just total disloyalty, and again, it doesn't surprise me at all based on what I've seen in the way he's conducted himself. I mean, it was a brutal primary. I understand that, and it was, and equally so from him and from others. It's a tough process. It's a shame that you have to go through the process. It does have to be tough, but that's the way it is. My father came out on top. Ted gave his word, and he broke it, and I guess we've grown used to that.
So I guess the question, though, is it seems to be deeply personal for him, right? And there was a time when your father sort of mentioned
I think Ted will conveniently make anything look optically to try to sell a point. I mean, again, I think if there's one thing I've seen, if there's one thing I've learned throughout this process, is there's not a lot of people that are truly genuine. It is all still politics. He is a pure politician. He tries to play the anti-establishment guy, and yet, guess what? During his entire initial stage, he wanted to work for the Bush campaign. He wanted to do this. The problem is no one likes him. He's so unlikable. It's why so many, literally, no fans, no friends. And he only became anti-establishment when he couldn't be a part of the establishment because he couldn't get in there because no one wanted to be with him. No one,
so do you even want the endorsement at this point?
I don't care. We don't need it. We got it de facto from the people that matter. Those are the voters, the people that my father has been speaking to directly, the hardworking people in this country who've been left in the dust, the only group that doesn't fit some sort of box to get special privileges, the people built this country. Those are the people my father's talking to. He doesn't lecture to those people like Ted Cruz does. He doesn't talk at them. He's actually talking with them. He's having a conversation, and they're keying in on that. That's why he's won in a landslide.